Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We've made it to January the 20th, 2026. 3 weeks into January, the world order is falling apart. There's madness on the streets, but hopefully there's calm at home. And I hope you are well, and thank you for listening. I'm not going to get into those details. That is a whole other story, but I do think that what goes on the macro does affect the micro. And so if you're like me and you're going, what the hell is going on in this world? And, oh yeah, I've got to build a business and, hire people and sell some stuff and act like everything's normal. Yeah, that's exactly what we have to do. We have to do it all at once. And that's kind of what's on my mind. But before I get into that, man, it is so cold that, even under warm covers, I'm like, oh, my head's cold. It's like, I'm like trying to burrow deeper. Let's see, what is it right now? It is 17 degrees where we are. So we are, it's cold. Is it really 17? It is, and that's Fahrenheit, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're only 15 below at the moment, and we're going to get all the way up to 10 below for a high. So really, really nice. I was watching a show last night on YouTube with this woman somewhere in Siberia, where they have it's the coldest place on earth that's inhabited, and they get temperatures like negative 60 degrees Celsius. It's fascinating, I have to say. She did the whole thing where she took a cup of water, threw it in the air, and it, froze. But, just talking about the kind of clothing that they have to wear, how long they can go outside. I think she said she showed everything she puts on, and then unless you can afford a fur coat, fur is always the best. It's the warmest. No shock there. But of course, it's thousands and thousands of dollars, so most people can't afford it. But couldn't really walk longer than 10 or 15 minutes outside, even fully bundled up, before they have to go and run in. And even the bus stops have warmed rooms, obviously. But the entire infrastructure there is built. It's Yakutsk, Siberia, I think is the name of it. The entire infrastructure is basically built around extreme cold. And so things like maintaining a car, very, very difficult. It's just hard to imagine. I mean, this is really cold here, but, my God, I looked at that and I was like, okay, I guess it's not that bad. So putting things in perspective, not that bad. The beat goes on, so much to do. I've got a 2-hour video I'm working on. It's split into 2 1-hour blocks. And just last night, I finally got the files compiled, and I'm going to look at what I have and start that process. But one of the things about editing I'm finding, and I'm not going to be doing all the editing myself, but there are certain things I'm kind of figuring out in the other businesses, is it just takes a long time. It's an extremely time consuming. So when you look at pricing for video editing, for example, and you're like, man, that's expensive. Well, it's because it's expensive. It takes a lot of time. But yeah, making progress, getting artwork for the new show. Wasn't happy fully with the artwork that I got back from the contractor I hired, and I just stared at it and I thought, I don't know. It's not terrible, but I'm not happy with it, and I had to let it sit for a while and showed it to a few people, and then eventually kind of came to be clear about what it was that was not sitting right with me about the design for this podcast art. So anyway, we're going back and forth a little bit, but I'm glad I waited and didn't just accept. And I think that's the big thing is taking everything that comes at us, and you're not always going to know what you think of something. It's a feeling, and almost always, if I give it just a little bit of time, it comes up, and then I can make a decision about what I want to do with it. But it's pretty tough. The design process is a very collaborative thing, and for someone else to get into your head and your creative sensibility and your style and whatever, it's not an easy thing to do. And I found that the best designs I've ever gotten are because I knew the designer really well and they knew me. And so just, there's some trade-offs to the far less expensive Fiverr or Upwork, hiring thing. So anyway, that's pretty much it. It's cold. We're doing the foundational work and looking to get new partnerships and clients and get enough sleep, and it's a lot. And I can't believe that January is almost over. That's pretty much it. So we're going to cut it short today and just reiterate that we live for today, and tomorrow's a new day. So make the best of it. All right. Good luck to you. Thanks for listening. Be good to yourself and others, and we will check back tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.